Raya easily fights him off and breaks his leg before running off, but the noise they made is enough for Thomas to find them. He aims his gun at her, only to freeze when she begins speaking mysterious words. Raya knows his name and says, "This is where it happens." She also congratulates him on his new daughter and apologizes for Maddox, claiming she didn't mean to. Thomas doesn't want to hear it and tries to arrest her, but Raya fights him off and handcuffs him to a bench. Remembering he still has her weapon, Thomas hits her with it, and Raya falls back, dying while the train passes by. Taking the case as closed, Thomas leaves the station and another officer tells him about his wife. Thomas rushes to the hospital where he's approached by another cop that tells him Raya had no ID or fingerprint matches. She was a nobody. The only thing on her were some weird keys. The officer also asked Thomas for his revolver because Raya had a bullet from a service gun in her hand, which is strange because none of the cops at the scene of the crime fired their weapons. Then, Thomas is found by a nurse that tells him Jean is having trouble giving birth and is hemorrhaging. Thomas rushes to her side and puts the bracelet on her wrist, but his presence isn't enough. Moments later, the doctors bring Thomas and Holt the news. The baby is safe, but Jean unfortunately died. 9 years later, in 1997, Thomas, who is now a detective, has taken the day off to spend with his daughter Amy on her birthday. Amy has been wearing her mother's bracelet since she was a baby, and every year Thomas gives her a new charm for it. Their first stop is at the cemetery to leave some flowers on Jean's grave, and Thomas is shocked to see someone had already been there and left flowers as well. Next, they should be going to the zoo, but Thomas gets an emergency call, and since it's so important, he leaves Amy with another cop for a moment while taking a look at the latest crime. Maddox is there too, walking with a limp now, and swearing he wasn't the one to leave flowers for Jean earlier. The reason why Thomas was called is that another body with 3 wound punctures has shown up, and since today is the anniversary, it can't be a coincidence. This time, the victim is a professor of politics, and the weird poison has been used again, which is strange because not even the police labs could figure out what it was. Holt, who is now lieutenant, shows up as